Has raised eyebrows during an explosive interview with 60 Minutes. Cassie claims she has information on her mobile phone that proves she's innocent. Problem is, she can't remember her password.
Don't you think that's an incredibly convenient thing to have happened?
Pretty much. If I knew the password and I've told my lawyer, I'd give it. But that's all it is. If I can't remember, I've got nothing to give them.
Sure. Let's get today's take on this with commentator Shelley Houghton and Nine's Ross Greenwood. Shelley, stop shaking your head. I mean, we all forget our passwords from time to time. I always forget mine's password 1234.
I tell you what,
national TV.
I tell you what, she couldn't lie straight in bed. I wouldn't call it an explosive interview. I would call it an awkward interview because she just kept lying upon lying upon lying upon lying. And my husband's a sound engineer. The Sarah Lee defence. Yeah, the layer upon layer. My husband's a sound engineer and he was upstairs, so he wasn't watching. He was just listening to her voice inflection and just went, lie, lie, lie. So I think, you know, she deserves everything she gets. I am interested as to why she did this, because there didn't seem to be any benefit. And there is a theory that she did this interview so that she could pass on a message to someone else, you know, who set it up by saying that she can't remember her password, but she may all of a sudden remember it if they don't support her.
I see.
Wow,
That's interesting.
Oh, okay.
The thing that did strike me about the interview is that she seemed fairly calm for someone who could be facing a 21-year Colombian prison sentence.
I think she understands exactly what she's into. That was clearly an interview that was done with some calculation. And the whole point about the password is clearly if you gave that phone to a 16-year-old hacker, they would no doubt be able to find the password.
I thought the Apple or the police, if it's a legal situation, they can go through your phone.
That's probably right. And so that might be a situation which I think comes back to Shelley's point, where you might not necessarily want to give the password, but you might want to give the information that there is more on that phone if ever you were to remember.
So you think she's blinking the code like, please open my phone, it's got the details on it.
No, I think it's actually... If you don't look after me, if it's not all settled...
If my family's not safe, then I'm going to reveal it.
This is my leverage.
And you think those people watch 60 Minutes?
No.
A lot of people did.
No.
Over a million people.
Probably not the people she's trying to communicate with.
They would know that she's doing the interview.
Who's to say? But as I say, this is all speculation.
Yes.
The fact is she says she can't remember the password. I don't know.
I did like the point where it was like, name one millennial who can't remember their password.
Seriously?
Like, really?
Yeah. All right.
Let's move on now. Also making news is the fact that Meghan Markle didn't sit with her boyfriend at the Invictus Games. The actress was in the crowd at the opening ceremony, but she wasn't by Prince Harry's side. Instead, she sat rows apart from her man, who cozied up to US First Lady Melania Trump.
Doesn't look very cosy then.
Not that cozy.
Now, Ross, I mean, what do you make of the seating arrangements?
Can I just say, protocol. This is what it's all about. It's all about protocol. If you are at an event where there is a royal, there is protocol as to who sits where, who stands in front of other people. Say, for example, our Governor-General, if they are at an event with a senior royal, the Queen, for example, should stand at least a pace behind the Queen. Right? Do you realise that?
No.
So there's a whole bunch of protocol. In this case, the protocol would have been the senior heads of states or their representatives would have sat together, and those people who were associated with them. Meghan Markle herself, I think, indicated that she did not want to upstage, Prince Harry at this event that he has been a champion of. He gave a brilliant speech at this thing, and so as a result, I think she showed a bit of class.
She seems to be playing the game very well, don't you think, Shelley?
I love her. I love Suits. And I love Harry. I'm so not into royals, but this sort of thing, I absolutely love it. I think we're also going to get the big moment where they are seen together and it's going to be front page around the world.
It's going to be absolutely
It's going to be huge. And I don't think we're going to have to wait for an engagement. I think it's going to happen soon.
Can I just ask, is that because he's always been considered to be so eligible, and she's obviously eligible as well? Is that the thing? It's actually...
Touch of Hollywood.
There's a little bit of
Hollywood.
Princess Grace situation.
Princess Grace situation.
Yeah.
Is that what it's all about?
Yeah, I think so.
He has done a really good job with Invictus Games.
Yeah.
Like I have so much respect for the way he has spoken out, and he's spoken out about mental health issues.
Yeah.
And she has actually been a big campaigner for women's rights and for refugee rights. So it's not like she's just a bit of a flippy, Hollywood actress.
You've done quite a lot of reading on this, haven't you?
She's obsessed. You are obsessed.
Quite a few women's magazines have been thumbed through.
Well, then it's got to be true.
Yeah.
All right, stay with us. When we come back, would you stay in an unhappy... Well, we've all heard of unhappy couples staying together for the kids, and now they're refusing to split because of the pets. A survey has found a lot of people are sticking around in miserable relationships so their pets don't end up victims of a broken home. They don't want to go through a custody dispute over the dog or the cat, or give it up for adoption.
Let's see what Shelley Horton and Ross Greenwood think about this one. Shelley, you are now a dog mum to
Yes,
Mr. Barkley.
I love Mr. Barkley.
Let's say, worst case scenario, you and your husband DB split up. Who gets Barkley?
It would definitely be me because Darren gave me Mr. Barkley as a birthday present and all of the adoption papers are in my name. Just saying, legal precedence. He's mine, for sure.
What if Darren said, well, no, I bought him, and so I'm going to take you to court for that?
Look at him, that's yesterday.
Don't get distracted by Barkley, please. Stay on the message.
Honestly, I can
real?
tell you 100%, I would never stay in a bad relationship for a pet. It's not going to happen. I've been in bad relationships. They're not worth staying in. And you can always visit the pet. You can work something
Or
out.
you can get a cuter pet, like you get a cuter girlfriend
pet.
or boyfriend when you break up. You go, look at my cute new pet.
Well, stop all this.
What?
What are you
What's wrong?
talking about? It's a dog. It doesn't know.
You have no idea how
I
much
do,
I love
I've
my
owned
dog.
dogs.
Dog people are full
Oh,
on,
for
man.
goodness sakes.
know.
What? It knows it's come from a broken home.
Well,
Oh,
it
give me
knows
a break.
it knows
a
that it's
dog.
not going
Dogs
to
have
both
emotions.
of its owners.
We rescued our
Please,
dog.
I
He
like
was on the
dogs. I
streets
love
of
dogs.
Blacktown.
No, seriously, I like dogs. I love dogs.
there a
Let's not.
I don't
Not
think
put
there is
human
some.
emotion in this.
there's no-
So
no,
you're telling
no.
me,
The
AI is
you're
kicked
telling
in a long
me
time ago, Sonia.
that people, for their own personal emotions, are staying in relationships because of a dog or
Yep.
a cat? Give me
Yeah.
a break, people. Hello. Look, get on with your lives. This is ridiculous. Please.
You
There's
haven't-
more important things.
Do you have a pet?
Buy another dog.
Do you have a
Do you
pet?
Go
have
to
a
the
pet,
pound.
Ross?
I've had many dogs.
Oh, I just
love
got
dogs.
so Ross, I just got a message. Your update is ready. You need to go plug in on the computer.
We'd like to see Ross version 2.0.
They're, no,
Ross, people have
they're
emotions
not,
and they're
they're not
connected.
human beings.
They're sentient beings, Ross. They look at you with eyes
They
and
offer
emotions and
you
feelings.
more
feelings.
love than other
Goodness
human
sakes,
beings do.
please.
They
Can
give
we
you
just
so
get real
much
about
love.
Poor
this?
Ross, he's never felt real
Go
love.
and buy another dog. It will make you feel
I
better.
do think you should go buy a cuter version of the dog and make the other, like you would with a girlfriend or boyfriend,
Yes.
and like get a new
Make
cute
them
puppy
jealous
and make
with
him
your new
jealous.
dog. Okay.
Even that's
Thank
bad.
you, Shelley. Thank you, Ross.
I'm going to give Ross a hug. Come on, Ross. Come on. He's real, everyone. He's a real man.
Yeah,
He's a
Son
real
and I
man.
are dog owners. We're like, whatever.
Yeah, all right.
Still to come, cracking down on the biggest rip-offs we fall for.